Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'll just be playing a total of 33 Metallica riffs, although it's one riff from each album. And these are just going to be noteworthy riffs that I thought were particularly good. So also the editing on this video is going to be very simple, as in I'm not going to put any tabs or the names or anything, so I'm just going to say it, because my computer's currently at a repair place at the time of recording this. So this first one is Chasing Light. So that riff is cool because it's just it's a pretty fast riff, especially for like modern Metallica, and I just think it sounds really cool. Actually, the song is it says 72 Seasons, the album. I'm doing this from order of albums, and I feel like that's just one of the best songs of the album. So is this next one I'm about to play, Crown of Barbed Wire. This is a very cool riff. I really like this riff. Actually, I believe Kirk Hammett wrote it too, which is awesome. He hasn't contributed much for Metallica since Death Magnetic. So yeah, that's another one. Basically just the cool, like, inverted chords. I just think it sounds awesome. Yeah, and then this next one I believe is also Kirk Hammett, but it's not really confirmed. The Shadows Follow main riff is because it just sounds fucking cool. There are other noteworthy parts, like the 72 Seasons main riff. Also, Room of Mirrors has a cool harmony section that I don't know how to play. That's why I haven't included it, but give it a listen anyways. So yeah, that's that, and then I'll be recording a Hardwired video that is going to go connected to this one. So for the Hardwired riffs, this is pretty easy to choose from because I know 3 particularly just good ones. So I'm going to start with the Spit Out the Bone main riff. So that was that. Just like the riff because it's just a cool, like, descending accents type thing. It sounds it's also a very fun riff to play overall. The second riff I'll be playing is the main riff to Murder 1 by Metallica, which I think is a very underrated song from that album. It gets too much flack because of the drum beats, the really dumb and simple Meg White shit. It's Lars, but yeah. So this is the riff. Basically, that sounds good because of the whole mix of the groove and the swing that makes it sound super heavy and just E-standard of all things. Now, this riff also falls in line with that. It's the breakdown riff in Am I Savage because it uses this cool... I'll just show you. A very underrated riff and an otherwise very not good song. Basically, if I could show you I would, but I'll show you an octave higher. It just basically switches, not using power chords, it just says, and it just moves the notes in the A string but keeps the open E there, and it makes the heaviness, and also the harmonics sound really cool there. So that was it for Hardwired. I'll be doing Death Magnetic next. Now for Death Magnetic, the first riff I have chosen is Self Unalive and Redemption on the album, because I can't say that word on YouTube because I'll probably get a thing, you know. But this is basically the main riff that was based off a bass line written by Rob Trujillo. That's his main credit for that song, and it just, the guitar riff follows his accents. If I had it a 5-string bass, I would show you, but it's on a 5-string, so this is just the riff. And then normally that part of bass riff would play. And I think it's just, that song is also very underrated. Actually, I prefer it to Live Is To Die, which is going to get a lot of heat in the comments section. But yeah, just every song on that album is just a jam riff. Like, it just, super good riff to play. Super fun riff to play. And the next riff I have chosen is the chorus riff in the Judas Kiss, which used to sound very dumb on the demo. But then it was changed to a really, really interesting chorus. Also a very underrated song. Here's the riff. So yeah, normally if I had my computer with me, I'd do some cool editing here to do that. But sorry for the cutout there. My mom walked in and gave me a coffee. Anyways, this next riff I chose was the opener to the track that That Was Just Your Life is the riff, and I think it's just a cool, fast, down-picky riff, because the writing on this album definitely compares to that of Justice pretty well. Like, it's not that far off from the technical stuff. So yeah, That Was Just Your Life, main riff. Kind of mess it up there, but yeah. Next one. So for Saint Anger, the riffs I've chosen are Sweet. First of all, Sweet Amber, because Sweet Amber is just a great main riff, a great breakdown riff that I don't remember how to play. That's why I'm not doing that. Plus, I'm in C standard, so it's easier to play like that, because I'm not in the drop tuning right now. So yeah, that's it. This is the first one. So yeah, that's that. And the second one I have chosen is The Unnamed Feeling, mainly because the riffing is really cool, because it has like a heavy distorted part during the main part, but there's also a clean little part. And I'll play the heavy part first. This is more or less doubling with certain parts of the clean. But the clean part is... So yeah, for the last riff I chose, I was actually thinking of Purify's main riff, in which Purify is often considered the worst Metallica song, but the main riff and the outro are very cool. Just the Purify's main riff, you have to be in a drop tuning, and I'm in the C standard right now, so I would normally choose that, but instead I'm choosing the Frantic riff. So yeah, this is that riff. Chose that one just because it's a very respected song from Saint Anger, and overall, it's not hated by fans. Alright, so when I said 33 riffs, I meant 32, because I only know 2 of the songs from Reload, because I don't like that album that much. So this first one is Fuel, because on Reload, fans were probably delighted to hear over 200 BPM song when they were recently just not doing that. So yeah, James would go, hey, give me Fuel, give me Fire, give me that, and then this would play. So yeah, that was that, and I just like that song because it just kicks ass. It always wakes me up whenever I need to be awoken. Now this song, in a way, does the opposite. It's the Unforgiven 2's distorted intro, because, like I said, I don't like this album that much, but Fuel and the Unforgiven 2 are very, very good songs in my book. So yeah. I'm gonna butcher this by the way, because I don't fully know it. Yeah, like I said, I didn't play it right. I don't know how to play the full thing. It's a great song, although it's also the worst of the Unforgiven, so my brother is on the side of my bed right now. He's about to disagree with me on that. Yeah. Anyways, Load is next. I'll just do another clip for that. Now for Load, I like this album more than Reload, because I like every song on it except for Poor Twisted Me, because it's just bad. So basically, the first riff I've chosen is The Outlaw Torn, because it is a severely underrated song. So yeah, here's the main riff, I believe. So yeah, I like that riff because it's cool sound. The song is a very awesome song. It's also like 10 minutes actually almost 11 minutes in the full version of it that was on the back of the Memory Remains EP. But yeah, so that's the first riff I chose because I just love the riff. Now the second riff I have chosen is the riff in Bleeding Me that it's like the heavier, I guess, interlude in the song. So yeah, I like that riff because it's a heavy riff and otherwise pretty ballady song, and it just a cool riff. It's a very simple but good. Whenever riff is simple but it still works really really well, it's a good riff. And the third riff I've chosen, and also I chose a fourth one from this one to compensate for the only two on the last one. I have chosen King Nothing. So that's a cool riff because I believe, if I'm correct, it was a Kirk Hammett riff, but I can't be sure. It's just a cool riff because it just really gets you moving, you know. That song is cool because it just has a great chorus and everything. Now this last one might be a bit of a shocker, but I just like this one because of how groovy it is. 2x4. Lyrics are kind of dumb, but it has a cool drum intro, and the main riff is very, very groovy. So yeah, I just chose that because I just liked it. Thought it was really good. Yeah, that's about it for that. So for this album, Black Album, or just it's called Metallica because they self-titled it. For the first riff is Wherever I Roam because it's probably one of the best tracks in the album. I love it, the whole Middle Eastern vibe. But this is just the main riff. So it's really good. So that was that. Now this second riff is from what a lot of people think is the worst song on this album. I heavily disagree. That is, I'm gonna say Through the Never, but this is the main riff of Wolf and Man. Technically, there's like another part with the tail, but I'm not gonna play that because it's kind of hard to do. But yeah. But yeah, kind of a cool riff. I didn't do the tail. It's kind of right here, but I don't know how to do it. Now for this next riff, I have to modify my tone a little bit here because I'm gonna go into D standard. But this is basically one of the best Metallica riffs ever. Sad but true, heavy riff. It sounds awesome. Very, very epic riff. Alright. There's a funny thing. This is a re-recording of 2 other takes, and I'm doing this one because the second riff I chose kept fucking up somehow because it's just something people do sometimes, you know? So the first riff, Fred Ends of Sanity, intro and main riff. Here we go. That. Now the To Live Is To Die is the riff I chose next. That part. So yeah, that was that. The last riff I chose, I might have to do another video of me retaking it. The main riff to Dyer's Eve, the hardest, quote-unquote hardest and most extreme Metallica song. This isn't the hardest Metallica riff in my opinion, although it is very difficult, so I hope I don't fuck this up. Yeah, I kind of messed it up, but it's hard to play. Though I don't blame me. I chose this riff because it's one of the hardest Metallica riffs. Dyer's Eve is the most extreme Metallica song with the whole verse and everything, with the massive double bass all the time. It's like 16th notes, just constantly. So yeah, that's that. About to go into Master of Puppets. Next up for the Master of Puppets album, first riff I've chosen is Disposable Heroes. I'm just combining the technically machine gun part before there was a one machine gun part. That's like the big marching kind of thing. So play that for you now. So yeah, it was Disposable Heroes. I think that's just a cool as shit riff because it's mostly like the That's literally just open E constantly, and it sounds fucking cool as shit. So yeah, that's that. Second riff I've chosen for Master Puppets is a Battery, because cannot stop the battery. I actually don't like the song that much, it's just a cool main riff. Please excuse the fuck up when we do that again. So yeah, that's that. The last riff I chose was The Thing, that should not be. Yeah, play that for you right now. See how this sounds first. Alright. That was that for Master of Puppets, and now gonna move right on to Ride the Lightning. Alright, this riff I'm going to kind of butcher, but this is the riff. This first riff I've chosen for Ride the Lightning is the Call of Cthulhu, the bridge riff, just cool. Well, one of the bridge riffs. There's two bridges, but yeah, this is the one I'm choosing. So that was the first riff I chose. The second riff I have chosen, I am currently remembering it. Fucking shit. Oh yeah, the Trapped Under Ice bridge riff. The first one. So yeah, that riff is really cool, because it's another Kirk Hammett riff, which is, he's just good at writing riffs. I don't know why he doesn't do it more often. Yeah, very fun riff to play. And this third riff I've chosen for this is the Fight Fire with Fire main riff, simply because the whole melodic acoustic intro building up to this crazy fast riff is cool and fun. This is going to be hard to record. Ow. Alright. For Kill 'Em All, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't like this album that much. I don't think it's that good at all. Because, yeah. But there are some good riffs on there, and I will be honest about that. So, first one I have chosen is the Four Horsemen. So yeah, cool riff to play. The gallopy is fun, especially because it's horse gallop. Yeah. The second riff I've chosen was Motor Breath's intro, and I guess the riff that comes after it. So yeah. That, and then that's just a cool riff because I like the gallopiness. In that, when I'm talking about that song, is entirely James Hetfield on that song. He wrote the whole thing. It was the first full composition he did. Yeah, very cool. And the final riff I chose for Kill 'Em All, I chose Whiplash's main riff because I don't like this version of the song that much, and I honestly prefer the Motorhead version because it's cool and it fits Motorhead better in my opinion. But I can't deny this main riff is pretty cool, even if it's just open E. Then, so yeah. Yeah. So that was it for this video. If you want to, you can go ahead and subscribe. My Discord's going to be in the description, but it's not very active. So, yeah. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, and see y'all next time.